So I've had a lot of questions about, Michael, how do I create lag? How do I get forward shaft lean in the strike? Now, I, as a guy that has not a lot of time but has a creative imagination, have come up with a little thing that I'm wearing around here now. You don't have to do this, but this is going to explain to you how to achieve what I want you to achieve with lag and with rotation and with shaft lean. And the way you're going to do this is not necessarily by thinking about what's going on with your wrists, but by thinking about what's going on with your lead arm and your chest. Okay, so what I have is I have this little device that I've put together. I'll explain to you how to do this later. When you make a backswing, what happens is that your arms lift and they move across your chest. And when they lift and move across your chest, they settle into a spot, the lead arm does, of relationship to your chest. So I have this. When I make a backswing, my arm hits this particular device right here. Okay? Now, the longer that I can keep my arm attached to this, the greater shaft lean I'm gonna have. The more rotation I'm gonna have. The more bend in my trail arm I'm gonna have. Because I have to rotate now the body. You can see the connection there. That was a good shot there, going back to that close-up there. That's a good connection between this device and that lead arm. If I spring the arm off here, there's a lot of space right in here. You see that? If I keep that connected, there's not a lot of space in there. Okay, now, we obviously want the arms to come off the chest. I don't want to swing like this, but I want to carry this for an extended period of time, and then I want my arms to spring off. The problem is, you're losing power, you're losing shaft lean because your arms get back here and then they spring off the chest right away. And you don't know how to create shaft lean, and you don't know how to de-loft the club, and you don't know how to carry a bent arm into the strike, and as a result, you don't hit the ball very far. What we want to do is we want to leave that springing of the chest, the arms off the chest, until here. So I want to try to get my arm connected to this at least to where I'm parallel to the ground with my lead arm. If I can get a little bit more, great. But right in here, somewhere between here and here, is when the arm is going to start to leave the chest. Okay? So, I built this little device. Make the backswing. You feel it hit there. Rotate down to here. Spring it off. Try it again. Because that's what you want to feel. You want to feel, and this is one of the reasons why, by the way, your tempo in transition is not great. Because this happens right away, and that throws all your tempo. The second this goes like this, particularly on this side, the body has to stop. The lead arm has to stop. Because you're now going like this to get into impact, and the lead hand is attached to the top part of the grip, and that's going past, which is why you don't get shaft lean. The head of the golf club is going past the butt end of the club. I add loft because the arms have sprung off the chest. So, here, carry it, spring it. I'm going to videotape one for you here. So let me pull that up. Okay. So here, keep it connected, spring. Now, let's see what that looked like. So coming down, you can see right there, that arm right here is still connected to the device, and I'm past parallel to the ground. So thrilled with that. Even happier with that. And now I'm going to spring it off right in here. Going backwards, and now I spring it off right there. So here we come down into impact. Now, watch what kind of shaft lean I'm going to get right here. That's about 10 degrees of shaft lean on a stagnant move, not making a big swing. Look at where the forearm is right here. Now, set impact. Go back to what is address. So there's address. So forearm is here, club shaft is here, and now go to impact, and you can see how dynamic that is. Now, let me record one with a full swing. I'm not going to go full speed, but full swing. Okay, so I'm going to go back to here, feel that, keep it connected, and go right through. Okay? Here we go. Okay, now, pretty good strike. That was right in the center of the club face. And now, let me get this. So you can see the connection right here between my bicep and this little device. Now we start to come down, still connected there, still connected. Parallel to the ground, still connected. Look at the angle that now has been created in there. I'm not thinking about my wrist. I'm thinking about this connection. So by getting my shoulder, my trail shoulder to push on my lead arm, feel that connection right in here, it lags the club. And now it springs off. So right there, it's springing off. Now I'll check this one position, which is when the handle of the club first touches the thigh. Look at how far up in the air that club is. If I can, and I'm not kidding you, when I'm working with somebody, if I can see them with the shaft of the golf club parallel to the ground, when first touch happens, they're going to have some potential power. I'm going to take this thing off. I'm going to hit here in just a second. But watch now what happens with this shaft lean, and watch how far the handle travels. So that's just shy of impact. The shaft of the golf club now is 16 degrees. That forearm right there is at 52 degrees. Address position, look at where the shaft was at address. It's probably 1 degree leaning forward. And now at impact, it's 16 degrees leaning forward. Watch how my head, my chest, and everything drops down into impact, because the shaft, when the shaft leans forward, the handle gets lowered to the ground. I'll show you that in just a second. And with the trail elbow bent, I have to drop down to the ground. I have to compress my thighs in order for me to be able to strike the golf ball. That golf ball right there, the vertical launch was 13 degrees. That shaft has so much, 30 degrees of loft on a 6-iron, and I've got, 16 degrees of shaft lean, 14, 16 degrees of shaft lean. All of a sudden, that thing is like this, and it's steep coming down, so it's going to drive that ball down. You're having a difficult time launching the ball. You're having a difficult time striking the ball first. It's because of this. But you're not thinking about your lead arm and its relationship to the chest. And that's what I want you to think about. That's why I put this silly thing on, so that you can learn that. And now you come through, arm straightens out, body rotates. So, let me trim this up for you. There we go. Now we go back to address, mop that up, and let me play that for you. See how much movement there is forward on that? It's exactly right. Body rotating through. So, now I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to take this off. Okay? Now, let me tell you how this is going to work. See what I do for you? See what I do for you? This is all for you. Right here. Okay. That Velcro is tight. Okay, my hair get messed up. Okay, now, what I want you to feel is, and you won't feel your arm touch your chest. That's not what I want you to feel. What I want you to feel is that it gets up there and then it stays up there. So it never leaves that chest. That arm never leaves the chest. So we get here like this, and you go there. You're almost feeling like your upper body is carrying your arm through the shot. And then the arm's going to spring off. Both arms are going to spring off the chest, and you're going to get some speed. Really, really pure strike there. And I didn't go at it hard, but the launch angle now at 16. Downward angle of attack is exactly what I want with a 6-iron. It's probably 6 or 7 degrees. Great. Now I'm going to create some speed on this one. That was just to feel comfortable. So you get up here like this. Feel that relationship. And I just imagine that there's like a bar here between my shoulder and my lead arm. I get to the bar, it's touching, and now they carry, boom. You got to be patient. I rushed that. You've got to be patient. And what I mean by patience is when you get up here, your inclination is to try to hit the ball. And you're holding the club in your hands. So you want to throw your hands at the ball. I want you to throw your chest at the ball. I want you to carry those arms and hands and handle into the strike. Now that was smooth, very good strike. I got 88 miles an hour of club head speed, 118 miles an hour of ball speed, and that's not even my max. But that one there, that was excellent. I love that shot. I love the way that felt. I love the way, and when I say feel, I don't mean the strike on the club face. I mean the feel of my body carrying that club. Body carrying the arms. Here we go. This is going to be my, we call it wash your mouth out with Blisterine. This is Blisterine. Here we go. Speed. That had some speed to it. Come on up to the front, because this is what I want you to pay attention to. Right here, 122 miles an hour of ball speed. On not my fastest club head speed, 85 miles an hour club head speed. Got it dead center of the face, 122 in that, 182 carry, 185 total, 6-iron. You want to improve what you're doing with your golf swing. You want to get that shaft lean. You want to get that trail bent arm. You want to get that speed. You want to get that fluidity of motion, the balance. You have to pay attention to the relationship of your lead arm to your chest. Carry that as far as you can and then make the strike. And when you start to do that, you're going to de-loft that club face. You're going to get that shaft lean. You're going to strike the ball before you strike the ground. And as a result, you're going to have predictability and consistency with all clubs. Predictability and consistency with all clubs. I promise you, you're going to play better golf. Do that drill. Learn how to do this, and you're going to get better. To improve all parts of your game, subscribe to my channel and click the link below.